Okay, hey, so this is my review for this new movie out called The Favorite. And it was interesting because we were actually going to go to watch Aquaman, but we ended up in this Favorite because it was easier to go there than to go in Aquaman and watch Aquaman in like 3D and the IMAX. So this was a really interesting movie. The best part of the movie is the naming. Is like as I'm doing this video, I'm just wondering like how do you write favorite? Should it be like favorite with the U in it? Should it be favorite without the U in it? The classic like American versus like British spellings kind of fight about it, and then nobody really knows what to use, but they kind of stick where they're from. And they use that, so if you're American, you use the favor without the U, and if you're in the UK, you use the U. But when a film comes up that's kind of using that other spelling, um, people, some people might get confused. Like now they use this British spelling with the U. People in the US are probably like, what? Why's favor got a U in it? That's wrong. Where'd the U come from? I heard, or who knows? Maybe people just don't care, or they don't know the difference, or whatnot. But this is a British movie. It's got the U in it, and you can tell just from the title. So it's a good movie. The movie follows as Queen Anne, who ruled what's now like this UK from 1702 to 1714 in the 1700s, and it's kind of about her life in the palace, with like these women fighting to be like the one that's closest to her, as you can tell with the name. First thing you'll find from this movie afterwards is that when you start watching, the movie's really dirty. If you like watching like a dirty movie, or you can watch like dirty types of movies, then you can watch this movie. If you don't like dirty movies, then you might not like this movie. Another thing is there's a lot of empowered women in this. The movie mainly follows women in kind of these powerful roles. They're in control through the whole movie. Men take like the second place. And I think they really try to make that clear that women are running it, and that's it. Parts of it are really strange, and the movie focuses on kind of making you feel those strange parts, like the queen when she like loses it like a few different times, or in the trailer where the lady, like if you watch a trailer where the lady fires a gun, and it's kind of trying to blow you away with those scenes. It's a good movie because of the acting, and you get to see the 1700s, but it might not be like for everybody. It looks like they kind of tried to make this movie like this awards type movie, but it really just didn't work out in the end. You got some good acting in it, which really makes the movie watchable, and this setting that's really interesting with the 1700s, but it was kind of boring. I slept like, I don't know how many times I fell asleep in the movie, and the parts that woke me up in the movie were these like really strange parts, like that lady gunshot thing. And you could tell the story was kind of lacking in parts. Despite like everything, the movie was like way too focused on the acting, and it seems like they kind of forgot to make the story a bit more interesting. There really wasn't anything in this movie you probably haven't seen like in some other movie. It's like just a bunch of pieces of other movies like copied over into this one, and there's not really much new. Maybe that's why I thought it was boring. I felt like I already saw this movie like before somewhere. There really wasn't anything that surprising, even though some of the strange parts some people might find surprising. Maybe there was like a strange part or two. was surprising. But there was really nothing like that memorable. Like there was memorable stuff in the movie, but for me, I just like for some reason I just want to forget the stuff that I saw in that movie because a lot of it was like kind of disturbing and strange. And then the movie like didn't always like explain things like people do stuff and there wouldn't be like any words said and you'd just be like left to just watch the movie like quietly while things are happening and try and figure out things on your own. And it kind of looks like a movie that was like made and then words were like added in afterwards. And it could be like a movie where you just throw like the actresses and the actors in together and then they just figure out how to what kind of scene they're gonna make. You throw them into some 1700s palace and then they just come up with like exactly this. Like that's what it kind of seemed like. They just worked out the movie together and put it together and they kind of like improvised and came up with this. But overall, I don't want to be too hard on the movie. It's a good movie to watch, just to see like what it's about and the kind of place it's in. But if you want a clean movie, I wouldn't watch it at all. You might hate it. It's really dirty and it might make you like really uncomfortable in certain parts. But some people, that's the point. There's good acting in it. It was, like I said, an interesting setting that holds this one together. And that's my review. And check out my other videos and subscribe.